Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're tuning into my channel for the first time, hi, my name is Ria and I make content on beauty, fashion and lifestyle. Do take a moment and subscribe to my channel. With that, let's begin today's video. So today I'm doing a first impressions video after a long time. I am going to test out a sunscreen today. You guys know how much I love trying out different sunscreens, and there's a new sunscreen on the blog and I'm going to test it out today in front of the camera for you all. But this video is going to be slightly different from my other first impressions video because this is also going to be a comparison video between two sunscreens. It's from the same brand and I already had the other sunscreen, so I thought it's going to be perfect to compare both. So now without any further ado, let's quickly get on with the video. So the sunscreen that I'm going to do the first impressions of today is the Hyphen Ultralight Water Sunscreen. It's a new launch. This was launched I think at the end of March and I had bought it back then, but I was traveling throughout April and first week of May, so I could not film anything. And like you can see, the packaging is still intact. I have not even opened the outer layer. I'm going to do that today in front of the camera. I did not want to do it because I wanted to film this very video, which is why it's still intact. So I will take you guys through the packaging and then of course ultimately the product. And for comparison, I have the first sunscreen that was launched by Hyphen, which is the All I Need sunscreen. I have a separate review on my channel. If you want to watch that, the link will be somewhere here. And like you can see, this sunscreen is almost over. I hope the bottle pumps out the product because I've almost finished it, but I hope that I get to compare these two today and show you how the different formulations are and just talk more about it. Let's start with this first. Let's start by opening the package first. So of course the packaging of the two are different. I don't have the outer packaging of this one, but this also came in sort of a rectangular box, slightly bigger in size. This one is quite compact and small, though the net quantity of both are 50 ml. Ooh, I really like this. I mean, of course, I've seen photos of the packaging, the actual packaging of the product. I definitely prefer this one more than this because the problems with pumps that I feel that you lose a lot of the product when it's in a tube format. Like, we'll try using this one. I'm not sure whether the product will even come out. This one too, I feel some product will be left inside. But yeah, the packaging is definitely cuter, visually more appealing than this one. So now this is their ultralight water sunscreen with SPF 50 PA++++. And this has antioxidants blend 5%, hyaluronic acid 1%, cica plus chamomile plus aloe vera 10%, and it's suitable for all skin types. So I was reading the complete ingredient list of this one and comparing it to the previous Hyphen sunscreen, and I saw a lot of ingredients actually overlap. Like this one has niacinamide listed as one of the main ingredients, and even though this one does not have niacinamide listed as a main ingredient, it's still there in the ingredient list. And similarly, there are other ingredients which are common between both. Also, one major similarity is that both of these are water-based sunscreen. These are aqua sunscreens. Weirdly, this one has water sunscreen on its name, and you would think that this is a water-based sunscreen and this is not, but turns out both of these are water-based sunscreens. Now of course we are going to test out the texture and feel of this one, but let's talk about this one first. I have already used it almost to the brim. It has not been my most favorite sunscreen, to be honest, because the texture of it is quite heavy as compared to a lot of other lighter sunscreen that's available in the market currently. So even though I've used it to the T, this has not been my most favorite when it comes to its texture and application, because you have to go over a lot, like you have to rub a lot when it comes to applying this sunscreen. But I do love the end result it gives. It leaves a glowy finish to your skin, which I quite like. Let me show you how both of these products look up close. Both of these claim to be suitable for all skin types, and this one retails for $449. However, this one retails for $549. Both have the same quantity, 50 ml, 50 ml each, but this one is priced at a higher range. I have no idea why, because the ingredients of both overlap. Both of them claims to suit all skin type. The quantity is also the same, yet this one is priced higher. we'll have to see why. With this one, I have used it as a moisturizer and sunscreen together. On days when I did not feel like using a different moisturizer, I would just use this in the mornings, because in the summers I don't feel like applying a lot of products on my face, especially during the mornings, and this one has helped in that because it is quite moisturizing. This one too seems to have a lot of hydrating ingredients in it, from hyaluronic acid and aloe vera. These are all soothing, hydrating ingredients to have in your skincare. So before I apply these sunscreens on my face, I want to show you guys the texture of it by applying it on my hands first. So let's start with the original Hyphen sunscreen, which is the All I Need sunscreen. Okay, I'm not taking much. Like I've mentioned, this sort of has a heavier texture. Like it takes time to blend. You can see that it's not too watery. It is quite thick. I have only taken a little bit, but it looks so dense, right? That's because the texture is on the thicker side and you got to rub it quite a bit for it to absorb well. Okay, my hand might look whitish, but I can vouch that it does not really leave any white cast on your face. See, now it's blended well. I'll of course apply it on my face for you to understand better, but for now let's try this one. Oh, so this one has like a conical nozzle, so I think you can directly apply it on your face. Let's go ahead and apply it on my hand first and see the texture. Ooh, this is quite watery. Oh, look at that. That's quite runny. And this is truly a water-like texture. This one too, oh no, it did absorb really quickly as compared to the other one. Of course the textures are different. This one is watery and runny and yeah, so much lighter I feel. I have to of course apply it on my face to understand better, but yeah, so far so good. This does feel a little sticky as compared to the other one. The other one completely absorbed into my skin and I did not feel any sort of oiliness or stickiness. This one however still feels a little, oily, a little greasy. But let's try it on my face and see. So to compare better, I'm going to apply one sunscreen on this side and the other one on the other side. So generally while applying sunscreen, I use the 2-finger method, and since I'm going to apply it on one side of my face, I'm going to use just one finger. Thank God the product came out. Okay, so this side is done. Let's move on to the other side. So the texture of this is so runny that I'm afraid I might spill a little. Ooh. Okay. You can instantly tell a difference between the texture, and I think majority of the difference of both the sunscreens lie in its texture. This one, you can see it's still running on my face, and this one stays put on its place. I think I'm going to start with this one first because it's already going everywhere. I'm going to take a little more. So this one absorbs really quickly, like you don't have to do much. It will literally take seconds for you to apply the sunscreen. Right now I'm just doing it on one side of my face, which is why I'm being a little careful while applying it. But yeah, if I was doing it on a regular day, I think I would be done within seconds. Yeah, what do you think? It does feel a little sticky right now, but I'll give it a moment and then come back to it. Now let's move on to the other one. Okay. You can see how dense this is. This is a dense sunscreen. I don't know why it was marketed as a lightweight sunscreen. I mean, of course it's not very heavy duty, but it's still not really lightweight. Like you can see, you have to rub a lot for it to absorb into your skin. I've said this a million times in this video today, but it is true for this sunscreen. Can you see it looks a little whitish right now, this side? That's because it's not absorbed properly yet. but I have to say this sunscreen does not really feel sticky or icky, even though it's so dense in its texture. Compared to this side, I feel like this one is still looking a little whitish. What do you think? Okay, now so feel test. I'm touching both sides of my face and this one still feels a little stickier than this one. Nothing too worrisome, but a slight stickiness is there on this side as compared to this side. But I'm guessing this too will subside down in a minute or two, and I feel like both of them ultimately gives you the same result. Both of them has a glowy finish to it, which I really like. And even though you only need a few seconds to apply this one kind of does the same job too, only it takes a little longer to apply. But other than that, I really cannot tell much of a difference in these two sunscreens. Like I've mentioned already, the ingredient list already have a lot of overlapping ingredients, and the finish of the two seems to be very similar as well. The stickiness that I was talking about seems to be subsiding as I speak. So yeah, there's not much of a difference between the two, apart from of course the packaging. They are different, and of course the texture. I would prefer this one over the other one for its texture solely, but this one does come at a higher price, so I guess we are paying for the formula here. This one really has a lighter watery texture to it, which a lot of people will appreciate. I feel they probably launched this product solely because this one claimed to have a lightweight texture, but in reality it did not. So to rectify their mistake there, I think they launched this one. At least that's what it seems like to me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below if you have tried both of these sunscreens. And personally, if I have to choose between the two, I will go for this one simply because of its texture, even though this is slightly pricier, but the texture really matters to me. So definitely a plus for this one. Although this is not bad either, only minus point is its texture, which is a little denser than my usual preference. So that's it for this video today. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope it was helpful to you in some way. If you liked watching this video, do not forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, take care, keep smiling. Bye!